What's up mga kaguro at mga mag-aral? Welcome sa panibagong aralin sa General Science. Narito na tayo sa lesson number 9, second to the last topic for this quarter. And our topic is about Pag-asa ay heat maps, understanding heat index and health risks associated with it. Class, today pag-uusapan natin ang heat index. Hindi lang temperature, kundi kung gaano talaga kainit ang nararamdaman ng katawan. This lesson will help you interpret official heat index maps used by scientists and weather agencies. Mahalaga ito lalo na sa Pilipinas kung saan mataas ang humidity. By the end, you should be able to read maps and recommend safety actions. Talagang timely itong ating lesson dahil malapit na naman nga ang panahon ng tag-init. Our goals for this lesson are not just understanding concepts but applying them. Hindi sapat na alam nang natin ang definition ng heat index, dapat marunong din tayong magbasa ng data at gumawa ng decisions. This lesson connects science to real-life safety, kasi weather information is only useful if you know how to use it. Now first, let's have this question. Have you ever felt clammy or sticky during cloudy weather? Or when wind is lacking or steady and there is imminent rain? Why is it so? Now, let's discuss what is heat index. Ang heat index ay tinatawag ding apparent temperature. Ibig sabihin, hindi ito actual reading ng thermometer, kundi perception ng katawan. Minsan, 32 degrees lang ang reading pero pakiramdam mo ay parang 40 degrees Celsius na. That difference is caused mainly by humidity. What is the difference between air temperature and heat index? Air temperature is what instruments measure, while heat index is what humans experience. Kaya minsan sinasabi sa balita, feels like 42 degrees Celsius kahit 34 degrees Celsius lang. The human body responds to environment, not just numbers. Now, nabanggit ko na kanina, but what is a role of humidity in increasing the heat index of an area? Humidity is the amount of moisture in air. Kapag mataas ang humidity, nahihirapan ang pawis na mag-evaporate sa ating katawan. Ang evaporation kasi ang natural cooling mechanism ng ating katawan. If sweat cannot evaporate, naiipon ng init sa katawan, kaya mas mainit ang pakiramdam kahit same temperature. There are different instruments used to measure air temperature and relative humidity. Dalawang data ang kailangan para makuha ang heat index, temperature and humidity. Hindi pwedeng isa lang. Scientists combine both values using formulas or charts para makuha ang apparent temperature. Thermometer is used for measuring air temperature and hygrometer is used to measure relative humidity. Now, heat index formula concept. Heat index depends on the air temperature and relative humidity. Hindi kailangan kabisaduhin ng formula but understand the relationship. Kapag mataas ang temperature at mataas ang humidity, sobrang taas ng heat index. Kapag mababa ang humidity, mas tolerable ang init. So parehong variables are important. Let's have now this heat index chart and analyze it. This is from the official website of the Pag-asa. The heat index chart shows combination of temperature and humidity and the corresponding feels like value. Ito ang ginagamit ng meteorologists para magbigay ng warnings. The chart is actually a health safety tool, not just weather data. Heat index risk levels. The risk levels of the heat index is categorized into the following. We have caution, which ranges from 27 to 32 degrees Celsius. Extreme caution, which ranges from 33 to 41 degrees Celsius. Danger, which ranges from 42 to 51 degrees Celsius. And extreme danger, 52 degrees Celsius and beyond. Heat index values are grouped into risk categories. Hindi lahat ng init pareho ang danger level. Some conditions only cause discomfort, while others can cause heat stroke. These categories guide public advisories. Now, what are the effects per risk level that are mentioned earlier? For caution, the possible effect to our body is feeling of fatigue or tiredness. For extreme caution, we have heat cramps, danger heat exhaustion, nahihirapan ng huminga, and extreme danger heat stroke. Habang tumataas ang heat index, tumataas din ang risk sa ating health. Hindi lang discomfort ang concern, maaaring maging life-threatening kung aabot ng heat stroke. Kaya important na sundin ang advisories lalo na sa high-risk levels. Pag-asa eye heat maps. This is an example of Pag-asa eye heat maps that is usually released during the dry season. Ang eye heat maps ay visual tools para makita agad kung aling areas ang may mataas na heat index. There are colors present here and it helps people quickly understand risk level. Hindi na kailangang basahin lahat ng numbers. Isang tingin lang, alam mo na kung delikado sa inyong lugar. For example, yellow is for caution, orange for extreme caution, and red for danger. Color coding is designed for quick interpretation. Similar ito sa traffic lights. The warmer the color, the higher the danger. Kaya kapag red na ang area ninyo sa map, ibig sabihin high risk na iyon. Ngayon, saan nga ba makikita ang mga eye heat maps na pinapublish ng Pag-asa? Important na official source lang ating tinitingnan. Social media posts can be inaccurate or outdated. The official weather agency updates maps regularly. Scientific data must always come from reliable institution. It can be browsed or visited through the website of Pag-asa, pag-asa.dost.gov.ph, or through their official social media accounts. Now let's apply this lesson in real-life scenarios. Science is useful only when applied. Knowing the heat index should guide behavior. Hindi ito trivia, survival information ito. Small preventive actions can prevent serious illness. If heat index is high, do the following. Drink water frequently, avoid outdoor activity, and wear light clothing. Now let's analyze this scenario. We have here city A and city B, which has the same air temperature 30 degrees Celsius, but city A has 80% humidity while city B has 30% humidity. Now the question is, which feels hotter? This scenario tests understanding of humidity effect. We have here same temperature but different moisture levels. The one with higher humidity will feel hotter because evaporation is slower. This proves that heat index is more realistic than temperature alone. So this topic is very relevant in our country. Bakit sa bansa natin, mataas ang humidity almost year-round. Diba nga parang buong taon na init. Kaya mas mataas ang risk ng heat stress kumpara sa dry countries. Farmers, construction workers, vendors are especially vulnerable. Understanding heat index helps communities stay safe. This is the main takeaway of the lesson. Temperature alone does not determine how hot it feels. Kapag sinabi sa balita na 33 degrees Celsius, hindi ibig sabihin iyon ang mararamdaman mo. Humidity changes everything. So always check heat index, not just temperature. Now let's proceed to activities. Activity 1, interpreting Pag-asa eye heat maps. Analyze the sample eye heat data below or on this right side and answer the guide questions. So we have here the guide questions based on that heat map. Number 1, which location is most dangerous? Why? So the most dangerous, which has the highest index, heat index, is at the province of Cebu. Number 2, which place has lowest heat risk? So we have Baguio, lowest temperature plus heat index. So higher humidity increases heat index. Hydrate, avoid midday sun, rest breaks. Higher humidity, higher perceived heat. Activity 2, short answer. Answer the following questions. Now let's proceed to the assessment. Number 1, what does apparent temperature mean? B. Heat a person feels, or the heat index. This is the other term for that. 2. What factor affects how hot it feels aside from temperature? B. Humidity. 3. Heat index is calculated using B. Temperature plus humidity level. 4. Why is heat index important? C. To show heat stress risk. 5. Two cities both have 30 degrees Celsius. One has higher humidity. Which feels hotter? B. Higher humidity city. 6. Which instrument measures humidity? C. Hygrometer. 7. If heat index is 44 degrees Celsius, what should you do? B. Drink water and rest indoors. 8. Which color usually indicates highest heat risk on maps? C. Red. 9. Why is heat temperature alone not enough to measure heat danger? So B. Humidity affects body cooling. 10. Which message is best for public awareness? So B. Humidity plus temperature determine real heat. Now finally, answer this reflection question. Why should communities monitor heat index instead of temperature alone? So this question encourages critical thinking, and students should realize that decision-making must be based on accurate indicators. Heat index provides a more realistic measure of danger. Awareness leads to preparedness. That's it for our lesson about Pag-asa, heat maps, and heat index measurement. Thank you to the development team kung saan ibinase ang ilang bahagi ng lesson na ito. Once again, I'm your online teacher, Sir Franco. Thank you for watching.